Alright, so spawning here in the top position, it is our green Zerg. It is Dissonance. Aw, nice and mannered from the two players. And spawning here in the bomb position, it is our orange Protoss from Team Impulse, crushing through this bracket right now, having beaten, just quickly checking who he's even beaten. He has beaten, oh, he's just beaten Black Stripes, that's it. It is, from Impulse, Bales.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the game we casted of Bales. It was a pretty quick 2-0 there in that PvP matchup we casted with some awesome Warp Prism play, even in that game one between him and Black Stripes.
Yeah, and I have to say, this pylon placement is kind of odd.
Kind of forward, isn't it? Does it? I mean,
Yeah, typically you like to place the pylon back, like,
more in
here.
line with the cliff and the
yeah,
Vespian
so it's
geyser.
centered, and that way the edge of the pylon radius powers both ends. But this, I mean, it could work. He could kind of build around the pylon, but you have to put another pylon up probably between the geyser and the cliff to finish that wall in.
Yeah.
And with that pylon that much forward, it's a much weaker wall in.
Yeah, because it's very susceptible to a Baneling bust there because you're only going to have a pylon deep.
The only thing I can think of is it's possible that Bales, when he wasn't playing, watched the stream and saw Dissonance do that very fast lair into Spinecrawler play. That was
And
Dissonance,
it's kind of
right?
worried about it.
And this is
Yeah.
the map that he did it on, so he could just be
Yeah.
doing like this to try and stop it some.
Yeah,
Possible.
and yeah, that, I mean that's the best explanation I have, unless that's just how Bales walls off too. You know, that could be just what he does. It's suboptimal and kind of his thing, which would be kind of funny. But well, the Nexus first there out of IMP Bales, not being ashamed at all to go ahead and take that early
And
expansion.
this probe is being super annoying. Distance is
Yeah.
now up to 300 minerals, and he finally gets it down as that probe was starting to die. And yeah, probe, attack the hatch. That'll help.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, man. He's now down to 1,498 life, bro. I don't know what you're thinking, but Queen is on the way, and two Lings are on the way as well. About to pop just now, and we do see Forge Gateway coming down for IMP Bales, so everything looks pretty standard.
All right, this is what I was talking about, though, is that this Forge and Gateway are the correct places for the Cloud Kingdom wall in, but this pylon, typically that's where he put the second pylon is where you want the first pylon, and where you put the first pylon is where you want the second pylon.
Just kind of switched it up a little bit, huh? Yeah, it's pretty weird. The cannon is about halfway done, so I mean, it's a little bit of a weaker wall, and like you were saying, hopefully, I mean, I guess for IMP Bales, hopefully no Baneling kind of thing, or crazy Roach aggression comes in.
Yeah.
But
because the thing is, lately we've been seeing this a lot more. The Protosses hate putting the Cyber Core as part of the wall in.
Right.
Because if it gets sniped, well, GG, you don't have sentries anymore.
right, Sentry Stalkers are all gone, and early game you can lose that before Warp Gate even. Here is the third base from Dissonance that has been thrown down, and the probe did get over there and scout it out, so he knows exactly what's going on.
Ooh, this probe
Super
looks like
standard.
it wants to set a pylon somewhere.
Very nice scouting here by Dissonance, however, also scouting out all over the creation for it. But the probe's going to get away, and what's he going to do? Any kind of shenaniganry?
There's the probe, and looks like he's trying to wait for that Overlord to pass. Very good map awareness from Bales, trying to make sure that probe does not get seen. He looks like, see, he is on 2 gas. He is not taking a 3rd and 4th gas. That's very telling to an all-in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because there's going to be some heavy aggression. As a Zerg player, typically this Overlord that is sitting here behind the natural expansion, it's going to peek in. He can already see that one gas hasn't been taken. He's going to try to peek over in a little bit if he's scouting correctly. I'm going to see, oh, he doesn't have another gas. That means I need to start making units now.
We do have a Zealot out on the field along with this probe. The probe has not laid down a proxy pylon yet. And let's see, we're still waiting for that tech. He is getting that +1, but he's not chrono boosting +1. In fact, chrono boost is kind of high for our Protoss player. And the Zell is going to get in here and tries to work down the Queen, but on creep the Queen can kite enough until the Zerglings get back.
One chrono boost did just go down on to the Nexus for some probes, and another went down onto the Forge. So yes, he is chrono boosting that +1. And what do we see here out of Dissonance? This little stalker aggression that we remember so much out of IMP Bales. Did pick some things off.
Got one Queen.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty worth it.
And still no pylon down yet. But we do have...
No pylon.
Oh, We have double gas and a robo coming out from Bale, so...
And we also have one gas being thrown down there by Dissonance, as well as a Roach Warren and Evo Chamber. So once again, the very Stefano-esque style.
There's the pylon.
Yep, pylon right there in front of the what would be the fourth of Dissonance.
All right, now
with
those double gases, makes me think this isn't an all-in, but Chrono boosting out that +1. So this is looking almost like a 4-gate plus 1 immortal push.
Yeah, how late are these second gases, Metal Teeth, for a Protoss player?
If he's going for an all-in, you don't necessarily. I mean, these aren't the earliest gas. Earlier gases are very telling to kind of a tech players. We see these Zealots and Stalker doing a bit of pressure again. The thing is, though, I don't think this is an all-in from our Protoss player. It looks like he just wants to put some pressure on, do some damage. He's already killed another queen. He's killed some drones.
Yeah, he might kill another queen too. 20 lings did just pop, and that should be the end of this. But he's going to get the second. He gets 3 queens so far, and actually Zealots just continue to warp in. 2 stalkers here on the low ground as well. And he's just going to continue to push, and IMP Bales, I think he should have pulled back a little bit ago.
Yeah, well, he can always just warp in another round of Zealots or something once he gets the warp-in cycle done. But there you go, see he's warping Zealots, but this is very nice play. I feel, ooh, he's got 2 sentries down here at the bottom of the third base. It looks like he very much wants to take this third with this pressure.
Yeah, looks like he's going to probably go ahead and expand behind it. There is the ling there at the third, but this aggression is still coming from IMP Bales. Bales not building any units at all right now. There we go. 3 roaches just now under production, and mortals are under production as well. And here comes the Zealot out. These stalkers very hurt, and I'm kind of curious as to see. This is a very mixed balance point right now. Dissonance has the supply lead. 5 roaches are about to pop, but Bale's still continuing to put on pressure.
Thing is, though, in the PvZ matchup, you know, the supply isn't necessary everything, because the Zerg skyrockets supplies around the 8 to 10 minute mark, and the Protoss can't catch up until a really late game. But I really feel like at this moment, though, Bales is significantly far ahead, because what that build was designed for him to do, it applies him a bit of pressure, and with the micro that we've seen Bales has, he won't lose that much for the amount of stuff he has. I mean, just look at the resources lost, 900 to 1625. Bales has now got a ton of sentries, getting out those immortals. He's building up he's getting this wall in his front. You know, that pressure just did some damage. It's 59 probes for the Zerg player. He does not want to be at 59 now. He wants to be at 80 right now. So he's behind in probes. He's behind in drones compared to he wants to be. And Bales is just taking his third without really any fear of aggression from Dissonance. So very good play there from Bales. Very well-designed build. With this big roach push coming across the middle.
Yeah, 20 lings are on the way, 6 more roaches, and certainly Bales has forced units out of Dissonance when he much rather would have just been droning to 80. And Observer going in here.
The thing is, though, with, let's see here, how many Immortals are out? 3 Immortals and a ton of Sentries. Dissonance isn't going to do damage with this.
No, he's not. He tries to come up this ramp at all. It could be very bad news. There is an Overlord over here in front of the natural, but it doesn't have any sight at all on the army. The rocks are down here. IMP Bale knows.
He's pushing up.
Oh, he backs out right there. Good decision to back out.
No, he's going. Force field's going down, choking off a lot of those roaches. And
free roaches. Yeah, free roaches absolutely there. Those Immortals doing tons of damage. 2 kills on an Immortal.
But Ling's actually got
Roach over here.
And there.
Roach is doing a little bit of side aggression, and actually double bar attack here from Dissonance.
But
yeah, we're going to cut off some more roaches, but these roaches still over here are left untouched, but they're going to get cleaned up here by a warp-in of Stalkers. The upgrades in favor of the Protoss player.
But, you know, even though, just look at this map, there's so much stuff streaming across, Dissonance kind of realizes he's in this position that he cannot let this third stay up for very long. If he keeps his third up, Bales will just overrun him with forces, but such nice force fields from Bales, and he just keeps denying this aggression. But, oh, we have some roaches coming up to the side, and he's going to pick off sentries.
He is going to pick off sentries, and here comes the great aggression here. Double-sided pronged attack. There are enough Immortals in here, in my opinion, to hold this off. 111 supply to 150 for Dissonance. Dissonance has the economy he needs to continually flood roaches. Nice offensive, defensive blink there by Bales, and he is going to quell this aggression for now, but 20 lings did just pop as well as 8 roaches.
And the thing is, though, +2 attack is about to finish for Bales, and once that +2 finishes, that will hurt the aggression a lot because, you know, +2 Immortals are so good.
Yeah, they're really good against roaches, especially roaches without any carapace. Here comes one attack here up the natural ramp. And +2, how many seconds does it have left? It has 10 seconds left. Another counterattack is swinging around in here. This time full of Lings. Ling's pretty good against Immortals, and they're actually whittling down the shields on one Immortal in the front. Roach is doing a lot of damage. Roach is not being controlled properly, attacking a building photon cannon instead of these weakened Immortals.
Yeah, I mean, Dissonance is splitting his forces a lot, but Bales is responding just enough. He's not responding perfectly. He is taking some losses, but he is holding on. An offensive blink and a lot of roaches are going down, and Bales is slowly losing this aggression. Or Dissonance is losing this aggression.
Yeah, Bales is certainly holding this off little by little. 111 supply even now. Bales has pulled it back.
And now
11
we're
roaches.
+2 attack for Bales, and he's getting +3 out.
Yeah, he's ahead in upgrades, and this is the deal with this Stefano-esque aggression. If it gets held off, you just need to learn to back away. And it turns like Dissonance is not backing away. He's going to continue throwing roaches. He understands he's in this for the long haul. No sign of an infestation pit. No sign of more upgrades or a fourth. No sign of more drones. There hasn't been
Oh, big
5
engagement.
minutes.
Nice position from Bales, and those Lings just get cleaned up for even attack and a blink forward, and he's going to get another roach or two.
Yeah, I mean, this Bales could march this army theoretically all the way up to Dissonance's main. No units are on the production tab. 1,000 minerals are on the table for Dissonance. He hasn't been macroing the best necessarily, kind of missing some injects.
There we go. He's getting 20 Lings and 9 roaches, but
there we go. Yeah, because
look at this force from Bales. It's just so spread out. Lings are not going to be able to get a very good surround once he gets all together here, and I think he has enough force fields to really deal with this.
It looks like, however, Dissonance wants to
One
go ahead.
Stalker wants to be a roach, apparently.
Yeah, getting pushed along there by that roach. A counterattack is happening from Dissonance as this attack goes up from Bales.
And 4 nice force fields.
Yeah, down here at the third of Bales, however, there is a lot of roaches knocking at the door. But it looks like there is a cannon and some zealots there. But those are going to get cleaned up pretty quick.
The cannon does go down, but I mean,
the third of Dissonance is down. Third is down.
If this goes down to a base race, Bales wins the base race, and he's even bringing 2 Immortals back into Warp Prism.
Yeah, I think Bales has it in the event of a base trade, absolutely. Warpins are going down over here at the third of Bales. And look at this, Bales is just continuing the march into the natural expansion. Roach Warren is now under attack, and that will mean no more of the key unit for Dissonance. These roaches still causing havoc over there, but it doesn't seem to matter. Dissonance GG's.
And that Warp Prism with 2 Immortals was just about to land. Once those 2 Immortals got there, that would have just pretty much killed off the aggression.
That would have been the end of that.
Alright, so yeah, definitely very good play from Bales, and like I said, I would not be surprised if he wins this tournament.
Yeah, no, I mean he's the highest ranked ladder player in the game, especially since our Complexity Academy member had to drop out.
I would have loved to have seen Aerosenon against Bales. That would have been a very epic
matchup. Been a great match. But Dissonance down 0-1, going to have to do something if he wants to stay and go to the grand final. Whoever wins this game is guaranteed their spot in the national tournament, and that's very imperative. I mean, that's the whole reason they're here today, is to qualify for that national tournament, $1,000.
Yeah, so while we wait for the next game, we're going to go to a quick commercial break for 30 seconds, so hang tight, we'll be back into Game 2 between Bales and Dissonance.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. It's kind of, I really don't have a reason as to why he wouldn't veto this map, but looks like we're going to go ahead and get going, and we'll see how this turns out for Bales.
Yeah, I mean, of all the maps in the pool, this is probably one of the hardest maps for the Protoss to Forge Facts expand on. So we'll have to see if he chooses to do it, if he does something kind of different, like a 3-gate sentry expand or some sort of like 1-base play.
Yeah, I like the 1-base play a lot, just because it takes us back to the feel of this map, and it's really, I mean, it just takes you back to what things used to be.
Okay, so the admin just got back to us. What it is Schweikart did lose to Aerosenon, and then Aerosenon forfeited, so Schweikart still goes to the losers bracket.
Okay. Right, as it should be. Okay.
Alright, so go ahead and introduce the players there, Jordan.
Alright, up here in the top right-hand corner position, the volcanic side, we have here the red Zerg Dissonance. Or the blue Zerg Dissonance, because I can tell colors good.
He's green.
Is he really? Oh
yes.
My gosh. What? Oh, okay. I had my colors changed. Anyway, down here,
oh yeah,
in the bottom left-hand corner position, the green side. It is IMP Bales. Bales up 1-0. Wins this. Goes to the grand final. And players still talking about our map pool. Yeah, it is kind of a Chobo map, but at the same time, it is in the pool, and it kind of gives a retro feel to the tournament a little bit.
Not like IPL old Yale map trials.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask you about that. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, those were some interesting games. And Bale's like, good Zerg map, smiley face.
Yeah, it's a decent Zerg map, I'm not going to lie.
So Jordan, why don't you go into the fact, why is this a good Zerg map?
Well, we look at the natural expansion, right?
Oh, actually, hold on. I'm messing things up right now. Okay, I will go to your view. So tell us, with your view, why is this a good Zerg map?
If you look at the natural expansion, right, where we're right here, go over to the right, and you can see that there's an opening spot right here. Great. If that were the only choke into the natural expansion, Protoss would be so happy. But if you go right up here, there's another choke into the natural expansion where Zergling run-bys can happen for days. And then the other thing that's really bad about this is, look right here, this expansion's so open, 3 different access points. It's just so great for Ling run-bys, Ling counterattacks. This third is so far away from your natural expansion that if your army is parked here, right in front of your natural, and a Ling run-by comes up over here, you have to take this long hike all the way over. And it's just such a bad positioning for the Protoss player to be in.
Alright, well, you are the Zerg player, so you would definitely know well on this map. But we do have Bales, has this probe kind of hitting off to the third, but it looks like this Ling... Nope, not that Ling. I saw a click from somewhere. These Lings. Okay, these Lings are going to spastically go around everywhere and eventually find this probe.
Yeah, it's actually funny because it's at the end of their search.
But it looks like they should come across it because he's got them rallied to a high ground that's inaccessible.
Yeah, the probe is now moving here, and we see the Link coming in to scout it out. And, I mean, look at the natural expansion right now. This is exactly what I was talking about with this map. You can wall in here as good as you want, but the roaches from the Zerg player, if he goes that route, could still swing in here from this other choke and just hit this natural expansion right here on the broadside.
And also, because of the way this wall is designed, those roaches are in range of this cannon.
Yeah, and that's so scary as a Protoss player to know that your cannon, that your one line of defense on this map is just not happening. I'm impressed Bales actually remembers this map and how you kind of wall off.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty obvious wall, and it's a forced Nexus wall, and so there's not really an option on that.
Yeah, I mean, this map never saw ladder play, so Bales must have played on it a little bit. He could use some intuition, but...
he's probably played on previous tournaments that use this map.
Yeah, back in the day anyway, where we do see the Roach Warren coming down from Dissonance right now. It is about 50% of the way down. 5-minute and 30-second Roach Warren. And it looks like Dissonance understands the way this map works.
No Evo Chamber, no Lair, 2 gases. This is not Stefano. It looks like he's going for a 2-base Roach all-in.
Yeah, I think
and look at that money he is banking. He is not making. He has 11. He has 11 larva saved. And he's on 19 workers and 8 roaches just started.
And it's not a bad strategy on this map. Unfortunately for our Protoss player, he's not going to have a whole lot to deal with this ready. There is a photon, second and third photon going down, so Bale's dealing with it the best way he knows how. And I think that's
one Zelt coming in here, and he sees no expansion. He saw the drone count. Oh, he just saw those roaches popping if he was paying attention.
Yeah, I think he did see them.
He needs another, like, 2 or 3 cannons.
Yeah, he's already getting ready with 3 cannons, so it was very good, preemptively done. Can't say bad play at all, but is it really going to matter?
He does have 3 sentries.
Yeah, 3 sentries are going to help a little bit. Where is his army, though? Like, the actual fighting army of him, not going to be so strong.
He's not gonna, he doesn't have time for a fighting army. He has time for cannons.
Yeah, 3 cannons up, 2 more on the way. Don't know if it's going to be enough. These 2 cannons aren't going to make it. And probes are going to start to die here.
Yes, and this is going to be a very tough hole from Bales. 1 cannon goes down, not even canceled. He's going to focus on the second cannon. Oh, nice force field, actually.
Gives him a little bit more time with this cannon.
He can take out like 2 or 3 roaches with his force fields.
Oh, wow. Cannon is complete now. The roaches are attacking it. But is it going to matter? Well, look at that. The cannon not actually being focused fire down, going for the Nexus instead.
He doesn't have the DPS to do that, I don't think.
No, he doesn't. 2 roaches are only
And
attacking right
Warpgate
now.
has just finished.
Oh, look at this. IMP Bales holding pretty well as +1 attack is finishing for the Protoss as well. So the Protoss in a okay position. I don't want to say a good position, but an okay one. Force Field did whiff there, but he could chase these roaches back home. And Dissonance just GG's. What a sick hold.
Bales, man. Bales.
Bales, dude. I mean, Bales is now in the grand finals of this tournament, now locked into the national finals where he will play for his share of $1,000. $1,000.